Hello everyone, my name is RagingRaptor and welcome to another Explained, and today we are going to dive into the monster of an article the Steel Hunter thingy is. And I will go through everything and try to explain everything and give you my personal opinions on, and I know I probably should rename myself to my personal opinion Raptor, but that's just how I roll. Now boys and girls, there is a buttload of things we're going to discuss, and I will just skim over the more useless stuff, and I will be diving in a little bit deeper into more useful stuff. Now, obviously, why are you playing Steel Hunter? Why? Because you want to get in one of those three tanks. For me, it will be the 777 version 2 or the variant 2, because the Shuffle to 4 I already got from Frontline, and the AE Phase 1 I already got from the last year's Frontline grind. In general, I do think though that the new mode, or the new expedition rather, Steel Hunter, is a little bit easier than Frontline. I think might be a little bit more interesting. We'll see. Now, this is very important. It will start on the 17th of August and goes all the way towards the 24th of August. And you can see there will be a ceasefire from 0 to 5 and from 1 to 5 on Saturdays to Mondays, because they explain it later why they exactly did that. A little bit annoying that there is such a long ceasefire. It means that it might freak me over quite a bit. Now, essential details. It's a 20 players versus mode, basically. Or 10 platoons of 3 versus the rest, you know. It's a battle royale. Be the last man standing, collect loot to level up. 2 huge maps, one of which I really enjoy, and the games take a maximum of 15 minutes, most likely much shorter. Now, how to access it? It's very simple. You just go up in here, click on it, and you will see that the expedition now Steel Hunter is working. And during the Act 5 of the 10th anniversary event, you can just click on the 3D object to get directly into the Steel Hunter garage. Now, there are obviously one new map. Arasagir, I think it's called 404, and obviously Dreamland before. Now, when you look at your mini map, you're like, but what is it? You know, what is it when I'm new? Well, the red zones are death zones. You are for like 5 seconds in or 10 seconds in them, and after that you start taking rather quick damage. The yellow blocks, the yellow zones, are basically where the red zone will go next. And I think it's around 40 to 60 seconds, but it varies, if I'm not mistaken, how long it takes for those zones to go red. Then obviously you can see your view range cone. We're going to discuss that in just a second. Your 50-meter proxy spot cone, and obviously where the goodies are, the best goodies, the best loot. If you press X, you have radio detection, which sends out a shockwave, which shows your position to everybody else, but it also highlights everybody you are spotting. And lastly, it will also show you where are other loot drops we're going to discuss very, very quickly. Now, new vehicles. We have the Variak, we have the Valkyrie, we have the Harbinger Mark IV, we have the Raven and the Harlequin. And we know basically 3 already. It's the Variak, the Valkyrie and the Raven. But the Harbinger Mark IV and the Harlequin are new, and we're going to quickly have a look at them in just a second. There is an upgrade system. You can go onto the website to have a quick look at different things. What the best build will be, we don't know yet, to be honest. I do think that probably the Russians and the Germans will be ahead, because they have a pretty decent chunk of armor. That's their main thing anyway, and armor in this mode actually is very decent, I would say. And the other two, the Harbinger and the Raven, that are more damage focused, and the Harlequin is literally just scout and gotta go fast. Abilities, very, very quickly, everybody has a recovery, which gives you back some HP, but as soon as you get damage, boom, it stops. So you need to play rather tactically to get this shit done. You know, if you're in a fight and you see, oh shite, my HP are getting low, you have to wait for the enemy to shoot and then use the recovery to get the maximum out of it. Repair kits also everybody has. Now to the different abilities, because each different vehicle has own ability. The Variak has a minefield which lays mine, casts damage, stuns, and it's a pretty decent damage, by the way. It's very good for close quarter combats. I actually got a double kill with them during my testing time on the test server. Plus, you have a recovery zone, which is an ultimate ability, and it creates a special zone where the player's vehicles and platoon mates can recover HP. The Valkyrie, yeah, has a turbocharger which temporarily makes it faster and has a much better engine power, and boy, is it great for ramming, especially with that thing, because it has very, very good armor frontally. Then you have a repair zone, which creates a special zone around you, which allows you to recover HP, repair damaged modules, and remove the stun effect. Next up, the Harbinger Mark IV has a corrosive mist, which adds a bonus damage to adds a bonus of consumer for all vehicles within this area, but it causes constant damage in the area. It also makes you damage, plus it allows enemies to not loot. So for example, you see somebody just had a scuffle with someone and he goes for the red mist or for the red loot box. You can just lay down that mist and it can't take it up and you get constant damage out of it. Your ultimate ability is a Berserker, which significantly improves penetration and gun handling, as well as like reload time, gun and turret traverse, but you lose HP. It's a slow tick, but you lose it. The Raven gets a thing from the past, target tracking, which improves gun handling for a particular period of time, gun dispersion and such and so on. It gets better, and it has a trap, which is basically just like a stun field. You know, it's literally just like a stun field. And lastly, the Harlequin has an airstrike, which it's literally what you know from Frontline, and the Fireball, which is a very, very weird thing. It goes, it gets lowered down with rockets onto the floor and then chases the nearest enemy tank. Important is the enemy tank can actually shoot it and kill it. But if it doesn't, it deals a shitload of damage, or a pretty decent chunk of damage. The crews are all different, or rather roughly different. USSR and Germany, they're the ones which are more heavy tank focused, have designated target and intuition as their skills, while Britain and the USA, the more damage focused, has smooth ride and snapshot, and Our Lady in the red, white and blue flag colors is the one with Deadeye and the Eagle Eye perk. Now the looting. There are 4 different loot options you can get. The first one is ammunition. It's the yellow one, and it contains shell and battle EXP. It also repairs damage module. That is great. Next up are consumables. It also contains battle XP, but a little bit less than the ammunition one. It also restores some ability charges, restores HP, and repairs damaged modules. Spoils of War, and this is the goody one. It contains all the resources of your killed enemy. It will also give you some repair to damage modules, and it's marked in red. And it will also give you 1 ultimate ability charge. And lastly, it's the airdrops. And the airdrops are the most risky one because everybody can see them all the time, and they are the most valuable loot type. It contains an ultimate ability, 1 regular ability, and a large amount of battle EXP. It restores HP, repairs damage modules. Yeah, and everybody can see them. They are the little parachute icons you saw on the map. So, the vision and the aiming mechanics are a little bit different than what you know from World of Tanks itself. There's a special vision cone, which is just in front of you where your turret is aiming. Only in that vision cone you can spot enemy people. So if you're getting shot at from behind, they won't be spotted. Everything which is within 50 meters will get automatically spotted, aka proxy spot. That's the same thing as in the standard game. When enemies are in sight, their markers and HP bars are displayed, and only if you aim at them, the silhouette is displayed. So, how it is in normal game mode. The radio detection, again, you press your X button and you send out a shockwave every 30 or 40 seconds, and it will show on your minimap everything which is in your sight, like, or in this range, like enemies, like loots. You know, that is the most important thing, but they all see where you are. So be careful what you're doing. It is like literally like echolocation in a submarine. If you do it, you run into the risk that somebody else can find you because of that. Now let's come to the most important thing. Is it a huge grind or is it kind of interesting? There is a reworked progression system. You can see there are 15 ranks, which I think is 10 less than last time. I'm not sure though. And yes, this all adds up to in total 4,500 XP. Maybe it's not, I might be retarded, but I'm also rather sleepy, and in less than 8 hours my trip to Italy starts. Now, this is the whole list you can get for everything. Like, in the end, you can see you will always get experience, always. But if you are literally always the 20th which gets killed, well, you need 30 games to finish that mode. But you can see, and this is very, very cool, the people in the top 1, 2, or 3, it doesn't matter, get all 750 experience. And get this, if you are an incredible lucky son of a gun and you are consistently very good at the game or at this game mode, you basically need, 6 times top 3 and you're done with this mode. Like, it looks like this is a very, 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 very quick mode to finish. You also see you get credits, which is great, except every single vehicle has a 20,000 repair cost. This is a little bit of a bummer, because now suddenly you have to be minimum better than 50% to not lose credits. It's good that we actually get credits. For example, the other game mode, the what's it called? The Mercer game mode, the Sturmtiger game mode. There you didn't got anything, which is a pity. But here you actually do get something out of it, which is good. But again, it's a kind of, for worse players, sometimes out of your charge and you suddenly lose 10k, that's hefty, that's pretty much. For platoons, it's a little bit, no, it's the same basically. Be in the top 5 or be better than half of your enemies and you get your credits. And if not, the progression system is basically roughly the same-ish. I do think, however, that solo might be a little bit easier to get big or get high numbers, because you can see, obviously, there are 3 people getting 600, there are 3 people getting 750, that's the same thing over here. But, for example, if you run into an enemy platoon which focuses you out in the beginning, well, fuck, But then again, in a platoon, if you have a lucky platoon mate which survived the scuffle and can sneak on until there are only 2 platoons left, enemies, you can still get 600 XP, which is great. It's hard to judge which one will be the best. Now, and this is very, very important, there is also a rework progression system which allows you to get daily missions. And you can get in total 1,100 of those 100 points or 100 EXP. The first one is deal over any number of battles 3,000 HP damage, and you get 200 points, and you can do this up to 5 times, meaning 1,000 XP just from that. Then destroy 1 or more enemy vehicles or any number of battles, and you get another 100 points. You can just do it once a day. So in total, 1,100. So if you just would do those daily missions, well, you would need a little bit more than 4 days to finish that, because you need 4 days, 4,400, and you need 4,500. So it looks like it's a very, very quick progression. Those are the rewards. From level 2 to level 5, you get 50,000 credits, 15 bonds, and some directives. After that, 10,000, 15,000, and the grand prize is 3,500 credits, 300 bonds, some directives, and a style. We're going to have a look at those styles as well, because there are 4 different styles for the 4 different stages we are going to play Steel Hunter with. This is the first one, I presume. This will be the second one. The third one we have right here. And the last one is the one right here. So that's pretty decent, I'd say. And again, it looks like the progression is fairly quick. There will be also special daily missions. These are only acceptable, or you can only do them when you finished level 15 and you say, you know what? Even though I might lose some credits, but I also gain some credits, I want to keep on playing that mode. And you can get per day 75 bonds and 5 times EXP for random battles. Third to last, Wargaming did some matchmaker tweakings. They did say that last year some players reported their face issues with teaming. Yes, that is, and it's an unsportsmanlike behavior. I still say if people are doing this, report them. But they do say they did try to do something else or something different. That I probably think they will just look at clan tags, that they're not the same at least, and maybe make a random delay for everybody, so it's much harder to control if you are going to get into the same game or not. Then there is a new soundtrack, which you heard in the intro of the video, and I have to say it sounds great. You can download it and listen to it on your website, on the website. And lastly, for people which are playing on less than ideal setups, keep in mind that Steel Hunter is rather resource intensive. So if you are playing on rather higher quality, but you feel like you're only getting like 30 FPS at that, maybe lower it a little bit for Steel Hunter because it needs more of those resources. Will be interesting to see if I can do it with my tablet or my Surface Book 2. Who knows? Anyway, marathon is over. That is everything I'm having for you. It looks like a very, 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 very interesting thing. I'm looking forward to it, even though I can't really enjoy it that much. It will be interesting to see what the meta is, how many people are going to cheat with teaming, and in general, how interesting the mode will be. I really look forward to it. It's a fun game mode, and in the end, you know, it looks like the progression is very, very easy. Everybody gets XP. You need 30 games minimum, maximum, to finish it. And if you don't mind losing credits, obviously, you know, you can just go AFK. 30 games, you lose 10k each. If you lose 300,000. Am I stupid? No, I'm not stupid. You lose 300,000 credits. You could go just AFK all the time and finish the game mode like that. It's obviously not that good, obviously. It's a fun game mode. Enjoy it. Honestly, I will try to do what's it called, a guide for the next stage, stage 2, which is in September. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let me know in the comment section below where you're going. And I'm sorry if I sound a little bit stressed. Again, I have to do this in German as well. Then do the thumbnails, prepare it for the 15th of August, where I will already be in Italy. This was my last video with the proper setup, which I did. Now there are some prepared ones for your pleasure, random raptors to be precise. My name is RagingRaptor. Don't forget to leave me some feedback if you want to say anything else. I hope you enjoyed this a little bit more than just running down the website. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to be up to date with your latest World of Tanks shenanigans. My name is RagingRaptor. Cheers, good luck on the battlefield.